Hello, YouTube. Cowless Gamer here with Bulder 3. Now, I had this game for a while because I had it on sale during the Steam summer sale. It was definitely like a year ago. That's me making this video. And I decided to finally try out Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I'm going to be honest here. This game took me by surprise because it reminds me of The Witcher. And the main reason why it reminds me of The Witcher is because of player choice and player outcome. In other words, this game does have consequences, but what I love about the consequences is it's very consistent and you truly it really feels like you're playing a role-playing game. So as you can see, I'm just starting out with a customized character because I feel like if I truly want the role-playing experience, I should make a custom character, especially creating a custom character where I feel like I am that character. So whenever I create a character, I like the character to be a little bit of me, if that makes any sense. I mean, that's the whole point of character creation. But what I really love about this game is the different subclasses, race, and of course, subrace, and of course, subclasses as well. But what took me by surprise, this is what took me surprise the most, is the clergy, which I'll showcase in a different video, but in this video I decided to go straight for the wizard because I always admire intelligence. I always admire a character that is not only knowledgeable but is thirst for knowledge, thirst for experience, being open-minded, etc., etc. And as you can see in the background of the video, when I was snooping around the whole character creation, I was reading what what type of class is it and what is the background of those class. And the wizard brought my attention because the other quote unquote magical class, such as the warlock, the sorcerer, and I think the druid, they're all kind of locked between a certain culture, certain best way I could put it, like it's a type of contract, if that makes sense. But the wizard, it looks, the way I'm reading it, especially the class itself, it looks very liberated. But more importantly, it makes your character feel like it's a type of person that wants to learn more, wants to be power, well, not power hungry, and knowledge hungry. That's the best way I could put it. And me, I really like that. But what else I liked, and I'm gonna showcase in a different video, is the clergy class, and they had a bunch of subclass and deity of what your clergy could, your character could worship. And there was this deity that I really liked. It's called Ogman. Ogman. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's basically a deity in this game where it values knowledge and spreading of knowledge, and of course record keeping. So knowledge, record keeping, keeping sacred knowledge and passing it on, and creating inspiring innovation, technology, etc., etc. Now that's the type of deity that I'll definitely align with if I were to be in that fantasy genre, because if you want to create a civilization, you need to know how to build a civilization. And most civilization, they're basically, you know, the foundation is usually based on that knowledge, record keeping, having a book of libraries of, knowledge and okay, I'm vomiting my words out again. But yeah, you guys get the point. It's basically knowing things and keeping records of how to do things, and that's something I really really like. But more importantly, the decision that you make, especially in terms of creating your own character, really does affect the game itself. So just like my analogy with The Witcher 3, this game acknowledges what you do and what you are. If you play as a clergy, this game has literally unique dialogues and, you could say, interaction based on what character you made. So me building a wizard, people are in the game are gonna treat me as a wizard. And I love that. I really love that. I really love that interaction. It reminds me like Fallout New Vegas and of course Fallout 4. And but this game is very consistent. That's and you could tell this is a very well made game. So it's no wonder why this game got rewarded as Player's Choice Game of the Year award. It's because it's really well done. See, this is the type of game that I want to see in upcoming games. Well made games that are made by developers that wants to give a good game. Now, have you guys seen my Soul Calibur videos? I've been saying this over and over again. Us Soul Calibur fans, all we just want is a very good game. This Baldur Gates 3, for example, it's a very well made game, and I'm honestly having a blast. Until of course I got a little stuck, and that's when I got a little fatigued. But still, I'm having a blast. The introduction of this game reeled me in, and I continued playing it. And I went back on the character creation just to try out the other, character models and races and etc. etc. So me, I went back and created a clergy because the first one I created was a wizard, the second was a clergy, and the third was an elf clergy that worship an elven goddess. And there's a deity for the dwarves, and that surprised me. And me, I kind of want to go back and make a dwarf build, especially a clergy that worship its god. That's all about craftsmanship and architecture. But still, though, loving this game, loving what I'm seeing. I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna feature this game a lot more, and yeah, more to come of YouTube videos. Cal Dallas Gamer over and out.